Here we have the Ultrasonic Works anti-foul system ready for install on a Beneteau 31.7. So having looked around the boat, all the possible options of where we can place the unit, the best position has been back of the boat, dead down the middle of the line, approximately a third down, so we're about 10 foot into the boat, dead down the centre line, ready for placement of the transducer.
We'll just take a quick look at that.
The transducer position is going to be just behind the engine, just at this point down here. So we found the ideal location for our transducer, just in the bottom of the hull here, right on the base. I'm going to prep it up with some sandpaper, just a light sanding over the top. Just up in the area, prepare it ready for some epoxy. So just applying some acetone onto a cloth here. I've done the rubbing down. Now I'm going to get stuck in, clean up the area, ready for the epoxy ring. The importance of this is getting a real good bond between your hull and the transducer, and that's where the Ultrasonic Works is going to do its best. The foam ring, rather than using the sticky back on the back, we've actually Vaselined around here now, and this is what's going to create the seal between the hull of the boat and the foam ring. And once we've done that, it's ready to pour the epoxy into the middle. So, foam ring into the hull of the boat, and we just put that down once, make sure it's got a good seal between the foam ring, Vaseline and the hull. Easy as that. So Ultrasonic Works makes this next stage very easy. 2 pots. This is the epoxy system, hardener and the standard resin. I'm going to combine these two in together, shake it up for a minute or so, make sure it's fully mixed, and then simply pour it into the foam ring. So we've got our Ultrasonic Works epoxy resin mix, all done in the bottles provided. We're going to pour it into the foam ring, approximately half full in the foam ring, and then we're going to put in our transducer base straight into the top, and looking for the epoxy resin just to fill in around the top. So the epoxy resin's all in the foam ring now. I'm just going to put the transducer base roughly in the centre, and whilst I'm putting it in, just going to wiggle it just so I get a good contact between everything. In it goes, just gently wiggling it from the top. So we've got the transducer base in position now. Time to move on to look at the control panel, where we can mount it and start fixing that in place. So, simple thing now, 4 screw holes just to secure the unit in our chosen place. So 1 screw secure, unit's all levelled up, looking square, do the rest of the holes. So we've got the transducer base, epoxy all set around there, nice and solid in the bottom of the boat with a great connection. Next, fed the wires. This one goes to the battery. This is going to be from the live side of the battery, from the isolating switches. It's going to provide the power in the far left hand side of the unit. Just take your cap off and line it up. In she goes. Of course, just have a little swizzle around, get it up, line up the holes, and you're in. There's no point in forcing this, you just have to twizzle it around and she'll find her home and line it up nicely. That's battery power in. Next one in is going to be now shore power is being connected through onto the shore power system, the other part of the boat, and exactly the same again. Line it all up and in, twizzle it around till it fits into the little keys, and that way you can ensure it's the proper connection every time. We're coming to the final stages of installation on the Ultrasonic Works anti-foul system. We're just going to connect the main transducer to the base that's in place, slot it on top. So screwing the system in, follow it round with the wire. This avoids any kinking of the wire. Take it all the way around. Once you've got it started, it is a smooth job. So we've got the whole unit absolutely finger tight now. Final bit of tightness, we're going to use this oil filter tool. Just put the band around the top, squeeze it tight, And that gets us the best connection between the base and the main unit. Good. So we've got our leads in now. The unit's switched on. It's doing all its own self-testing. We just leave it to it and it'll sort itself out.